Welcome to episode 0 of Business Ready for Sale podcast. My name is John Denton and I'm a former business broker, business owner, and a business owner mentor and coach. So what is episode 0, you ask? Well, episode 0 is to let you know what this podcast series is all about, and some background about me and why I'm bringing this to you. So this podcast series is all about turning businesses into saleable aspects or getting businesses ready for sale, because a business that's ready for sale is well worth keeping. And I say that because I have helped, when I was a business broker, business owners to get their businesses ready for sale in the hope that I would then get them to sell them and get a commission. And once they were ready for sale, they no longer wanted to sell them. So now I just work with business owners on getting their businesses ready for sale or turning them into saleable assets. How did I get into this? Well, many years ago I had a training and development business, and we trained in business, management, leadership, sales, supervisory, and all that kind of thing. And after 10 years, my business partner and I decided we wanted to sell. So we put the business on the market. We got some help to put it, not very good help, to put a price or a value on the business. And we spent 5 months, mainly after hours and weekends, talking to prospective buyers. At the end of 5 months, nearly 6 months, the last interested parties left, and with all the information we'd given them, set up in competition with us. Anyway, we were at the point of giving up at that point when a very good friend of mine who has started, built and sold many businesses referred us to a business broker. And for the sake of a name, we'll call him Graham. And he said, look, if Graham takes your business on, he'll sell it. But if he doesn't take it on, it's because he doesn't think it's a saleable business. So we said, fair enough. And we went off to see Graham, and we went and saw one of his competitors just for a comparison. And Graham was a standout compared to the competition. And when he looked at the business, he said, yeah, that's a good business. I can sell that. And he put a value on it, which was 20% more than we had just failed to sell it for. So we said, Graham, you've got the job. Graham said, fine. But you've got to understand it's a process. The reason we sell businesses when other brokers don't, and we get better price for them and don't have any issues afterwards, is because we have a process, and you have to stick to the process. Fair enough, we said. And we started on the process. And it was taking a bit of time, and a couple of months went by, and I'm getting a bit fed up, and tried to buck the system and get around the process, only to be slapped back into place by Graham. I told, no, stick to the process. Anyway, at the end of probably 3 or 4 months, I can't remember exactly now, the business was put on the market, a lot of interest, and it came down to a couple of potential buyers, and we got the full price for it. What I'd learned through that process was that most business owners have got no idea what their business is worth, whether it's saleable, how to attract buyers, and certainly they don't know how to go through the selling process, as we didn't prior to that experience. But as a result of that experience, I went out coaching business owners now on getting their businesses ready for sale and running workshops on that topic, which I still do, and I do some of them online now. But it was about raising that awareness and getting business owners to think well in advance of wanting to get out of their business. And again, a business that's ready for sale is well worth keeping. So it's not about selling the business necessarily. It's about getting it into a situation where the business owner's got options and can exit with equity, cash out, have a big payday with low levels of stress, and there's never zero stress, but with no repercussions afterwards. So, having started my coaching business, I kept going back to the broker that sold our business and said, what do you think this business is worth? And what do you think this business is worth? So that I can tell the owner, so that we can work on improving the value. In the end, he said, look, just go and do the training, then come and join us. We'll train you to sell businesses. So get your registration. and then come and learn how to sell businesses with us. And then when you've got a business that's saleable and it's a good business, then you can sell it as well and get the commission. Fair enough, I said. So that's what I did. So I spent 12 years or more coaching and mentoring business owners and running business owner mentoring groups. And then when a business owner wanted to sell, if he was happy to sell it through me, then I would take it on and list it and sell it. So over the years, I've sold some interesting businesses, everything from a kebab shop to a motorbike wrecking business, auto servicing businesses, food ingredients business, and the list goes on. And very varied in size and very varied in types of business. Over that time, I also looked at lots of businesses and they just weren't saleable, and it was very heartbreaking sometimes to tell the owner who had had the business for 20 years or more possibly that their business really wasn't worth anything like they needed to sell it for. And some of these business owners, as a result of the GFC and more recently other issues, have basically had to sell. So you don't want to be in that position. So my role in life is to get business owners to start thinking about it early, do some training possibly, or at least listen to these podcasts and get some good information on what it is that makes a business saleable and value. So this Business Ready for Sale podcast series is for any business owner really, but business owners who want to start thinking about how do I turn my business into a saleable asset, because one day I'm going to get out of it, and if it is ready for sale, then it's well worth keeping. So if you're in that category and you want to listen to all my following podcasts, then please subscribe, leave some comments if you wish, and questions. You can go to my website at johndenton.com.au. That's JOHNDENTON.com.au. And on there you'll find you can leave a voice message with a question in it. And the voice message is good because when I've got several of those, I'll use them as a Q&A podcast. So only say things on there that you're prepared to have go public on a podcast. But that makes for a really good podcast of business owners' questions, and I'll answer them as part of that podcast. So that's it from me for now. So bye for now. Listen in. You're going to hear interviews with business owners, entrepreneurs, business valuers, business brokers, all manner of excellent people, some topic experts. Hopefully you will become a business owner taking action and thinking about the end, having the end in mind early, and get the good oil from these podcasts and start working on your business. I look forward to interacting with you, giving you lots of really good information and tips and ideas. That website again, if you want to leave me a voicemail question, is johndenton.com.au. So it's bye for me now, and I look forward to interacting with you on future podcasts.